Hello, today we're going to be looking at Honda's / Acura's NSX engine, the C30A. So let's go ahead and break down the lettering and numbering of the engine code. So C stands for 90-degree V angle, also known as V6. Honda went ahead and put the title or nomenclature C for all of their V6 engines. It doesn't just apply to the NSX engine, but the C engines are essentially labeled as the V6 engines. The 30 is going to be labeled for the displacement. Technically, the displacement is 2,977 cc's, but when we round it up, we round it to 3 liters, which is a very common thing with auto manufacturers, and that is why we have 30. And the letter A was a little difficult to find out. I did some research and it looks like it stands for OBD1 cars. The C30A came with 270 base horsepower at 7,100 RPMs. It had 210 foot-pounds of torque at 5,300 RPMs. And it had a 10:2:1 compression ratio. So let's go ahead and talk about the C30A engine block. It has a bore and stroke of 90 millimeters by 78 millimeters. The block is made from an aluminum alloy with cast in steel cylinder liners. The crankshaft is a fully counterweighted forged steel unit, and it has titanium connecting rods. And let me tell you, this is a really exciting point here because the C38 made history. It was the first application of titanium connecting rods in a production car, which is so cool. The NSX has a lot of firsts. All right, so the combustion chamber is a pent roof design with generous squish area to promote swirl and enhance combustion efficiency. So it looks like the C30A block was really well engineered, thought out, and it makes sense because it is a blast to drive and it's super reliable, and that's why we love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the C30A cylinder heads. You had 2 cylinder heads, 4 valves per cylinder. It came with a dual overhead cam design with twin camshafts per head, 24 valves in total, and it came with VTEC. Now the really neat thing was when I was researching this, I found out that VTEC was originally introduced in the 4-cylinder Honda engines. And one of the main ones was the B16. If you guys are Honda fans, you know about the B16. But when they were designing the NSX, it looks like they wanted to implement VTEC. And the really neat thing is that they kind of worked VTEC around the other systems that we'll talk about here in a bit. So the cylinder heads are low pressure cast aluminum, and it had electronic direct ignition. So the C38 cylinder heads had some really cool systems attached to them or part of them, or would you say that it was part of the induction system of the cylinder head? And that was the variable volume induction system, the VVIS. Now the VVIS utilized a primary and secondary intake plenum, and the second intake plenum engaged between 46 to 4,900 RPMs, and they were actuated by manifold vacuum. When valves open, the added volume of air in the secondary plenum created a higher resonance frequency, which in turn creates a sonic pressure wave. I like it. If you guys are Street Fighter fans, like sonic boom! This sonic pressure wave hits each pair of intake valves just as they open, promoting more rapid and complete cylinder firing. This system was designed to work in concert with VTEC to improve low-end torque. Super neat. And I really think it adds a unique sound when you're driving. I know you guys can relate. Whenever you're driving, you really get this very unique intake sound, and you hear it a little bit more when you have, you know, like a aftermarket intake or a downforce scoop or whatever. But regardless, it really has a unique sound that I just love, and definitely I love the word concert because it's a symphony. All right, guys, this video was designed to introduce to you some facts, maybe some facts you could have Googled, but I wanted to introduce them to maybe some of you guys who didn't know them. Now, do you know some great fun facts about the C30A specifically? If so, put them in the comments. Well, we appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, please press the like button. And again, we appreciate you watching. All right, guys, you stay safe, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.